Hello, everybody. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signorn. Man, this story made me annoyed. So I thought instead of just doing our movie topics, I wanted to talk about it, and I brought my man in. Jody, are you there?
YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. I am here with the homie Andy. Welcome, Planeteers, Popcorn Planeters. I am here. This discussion should be lit and it should be great. Let's get into it.
For those of you joining, usually we do movie topics. That's usually the goal here, is to have fun talking movies. But look, sometimes it's Change Our Minds Live. That sometimes we pivot to other things. And cancel culture is something that obviously is important to me. Makes me upset. And look, I'm going to give this story as fair a shake as I can, but I want to focus on that. This show is typically going to have a main event, main story that we'll do. If you watch us live, you get the whole show. We're going to talk about some other stuff. I think we're going to end up talking about some other fun movie news the second half of the show. But I wanted to start with something that just bugged me, and Jody and I talked about it briefly, and Jody's like, yeah, you know what? Let's talk about this. Because right now we're in an important movement. There's a lot of important stuff going on. People need to listen to a lot of stuff that's happening. But we're also in this week has been a new wave of cancel culture. It's like back in full force. There's been a lot of celebrities, comedians. There's a bunch of Twitch streamers. A lot of people are getting called out with accusations. And it's more, Jody, I don't know. I mean, when I got canceled back in my day, it was a little bit more, it was different, I feel like. People were even quicker to sort of throw people under the bus and go crazy. In this new instance, I feel like people are more open to like at least hearing out both sides. And I feel like even celebrities are sort of not as quick to throw their friends under the bus in this round. Have you been noticing any of this as well? Have you noticed any of this?
I've noticed the wave since 2017 when they got you. So absolutely.
No, but I mean like this past week with Chris D'Elia, and then there was Ansel Elgort. There's been a new wave. Justin Bieber got accused. What's his name? Jeffrey Ross is now back. Like there are a lot of people who are now suddenly getting, lifted up again and saying, hey, they're a scumbag too.
We're in the ocean right now. Waves are coming from all directions because I thought we were still riding the Black Lives Matter wave. Now it's a cancel culture wave coming from DMs from years back trying to get people out of there. So, yeah I'm a spinning top. I don't know which way they're coming or going. There's so many of them out there.
No, it's true, but that's my point of like exactly. We're in this, Black Lives Matter movement, which is, something I thought was going to be. It's still going. I'm not saying so, but it's like it's strange how now like we've pivoted back. Well, no, now let's go back to Me Too again. Is what's happening. And so, look, if an accusation happens, someone needs to be heard. At the same time, what I'm trying to get at is I see at least there's a lot of people who are not as quick to judge right out the gate, which is at least a good thing. I'm glad people are starting to try to hear both sides. But that's not stopping Twitter mobs and people on social media from jumping to conclusions. And this instance I want to talk about today, first up, is this instance of a Karen, a self-described Karen by this man named Karlos. We're going to play the video just because I think it's important to show the context of it. But Jody and I have seen the full stuff. I'm going to show you parts of it, and we may talk over and pause and start other. But I guess to set this clip up, Jody, first of all, even before I do this, I didn't mean to go pivot. We guys got to take a moment to congratulate Jody, my man, because Jody did 100 streams last night, and had one of the most fire live streams. And I'm so distracted as I wanted to make sure while you were here, I congratulated you personally. I was there for several hours of it, but if you guys missed it last night, you got to check it out. It was insane, the amount of love.
You, man.
So I want to make sure I'm glad before we went off in this dark tangent potentially. I wanted to send some love my way to Jody because he's had 100 live streams. How long is that? That was you hustled, man. You got there quick, man. Good for you, man.
Thank you, man. You being in that video was dope. You put that effort. I was like, well, look at this guy. You really went all out, man. Yeah. And I appreciate that, bro. I did not expect that. What an amazing treat that was from my dude, Sad. That was dope, man. All of y'all, I love y'all. That was the best stream ever last night.
Yeah, no, and kudos to Sadler for doing that. And it was K-Dots alerted me, and I was like, absolutely. And then I was worried about. He's like, I need it by Monday. I'm like, so I shot it on Father's Day there's so many nudist resorts in Florida that I was like, oh,
your bit was like, funny,
I was perfect. So I did a bit in front of a nudist resort. But congratulations to Jody, guys. Is that you put? I was hoping. Is that stream still up? Can people go check it out?
It's still up. It's still up.
You played a lot of music.
It didn't get hit.
I was worried.
Yeah, I bust the music, bro, but it didn't get hit.
I kept texting you like, stop with the white. You kept playing I was like, turn that white music off. There was so much.
YouTube said, man, it's his 100th. Let him have it.
Yeah, it's
Gave
amazing.
me a break.
But anyway, kudos, Jody. Go check out Jody's Corner. Go subscribe over there. And congratulations, my man, and all the love that people showed you last night. It was inspiring. But now let's go to some anger. Let's go to some anger over my side. Let's get real. So this instance started by this guy named Karlos. And so I guess let me set it up for the viewers. He tweeted this out. This Karen cut me off, brake checked me, some almost, causing an accident, flipped me off, and called me out of my name. She didn't know I had time today. She called me out of my name. What does that mean, Jody?
Called me out my name?
Called me out of my name.
That means just call you anything, a douche, a prick, a-hole.
So that's important.
Anything out your name.
He's not claiming that it was racial there. Correct from that tweet? Okay.
No.
Black Twitter, hashtag Karen. Karen, are you okay? And then there's some people up top or people that I follow who are like clearly upset with him. But then if you go down to the people, oh my LOL, she didn't even drop denying it. She's crying. There's same energy, same lavender. There's a lot of people just wanted to sorry, there's my supporters on the top of it, but there's thousands of people in here who are calling him out, who are agreeing with him. Why defend a woman who would likely see you as a stereotype? So much hate and racism, calling her Karen, labeling her Karen. Shame on you, Karen, you racist. The whole thing turned into a racist cancellation of this woman who got pulled over. 10 million views is being viewed. 80,000 retweets, 170,000 likes. This woman was canceled. So I want to go to rather than play this clip, though, it's important to show the context because he plays the first minute and 20, and we'll show that here. But here it is on Instagram, and I hate giving this guy the cred because I'm not a fan of this guy. He's been caught doing this with 4 other women. I'm trying to get that sent here. I wanted to show the clips themselves, but this isn't the first time he sort of found someone who called him the N-word. And so let's play the clip because I want to talk about it as we go because you guys, if you're not familiar with what happened here, you can see it. So Jody, you have it too. Let's hit play on the Instagram clip together so you can hear it. Ready?
The long version, right?
Yeah, the long version. I'll tell you when to pause it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So this is the longer version. He drives up. I don't want to. He's gotten a riding song will ding us, so I'm turning that off until he gets out of the car. Okay.
You're not going to sit there and flip me off. You flipped me off.
Hey, Karen, he said.
You don't touch me. Do not touch me. You flipped me off. I don't care. Why did you flip me off?
You are totally calling me
Karen.
something that I'm not.
Ma'am, don't touch me. Do not touch me.
So it's important to remember this because we're going to come back to this. He shows up out of the car, declares her a Karen right out the gate, and then screams. He's pretty vocally screaming her, "Why'd you cut me off?" And if I would probably have the same feeling if someone cut me off. To be honest, I'd be upset too. But Jody, he's coming out there right out the gate. I paused it. Sorry. He's coming out right out the gate saying, Karen, why'd you cut me off? Why'd you cut me off? And then he goes, "Ma'am." But he later changes his story as he tells her what he says. So I want to make sure we are being clear on how he sort of presents her. Do you feel like he's coming at her with calm energy?
No, he's a bit hostile. He's upset.
He's upset, right? And right or not, right? I want to make that clear because
understandably so.
Yeah, I want to be clear. He's not calm in the beginning at all, and I probably wouldn't have been too not calling him out. But it's just important because he'll retell the story in a bit, and I want to make sure we remember that he's not being calm. But here we go again. We're not playing.
Did you?
What second mark are you at?
I'm at 33 seconds.
Let me backtrack. I was
Sorry.
at 47.
We're at 33 seconds. Here we go.
Did you not?
All right, go ahead.
Did you flip me off?
You don't understand.
Why did I get flipped off?
You don't understand.
Why did I?
You're attacking
Ma'am,
me.
I'm
You don't understand.
Karen, are you
don't
okay?
understand what happened.
Can you explain to me calmly?
No, because you're attacking me right now.
I'm not attacking you. Ma'am, you flicked me off.
You're ready to take it.
Guys, this is her license plate number. She lives here. This is her address.
This is not true.
All right, so pause it again. So this is where it starts getting upsetting me because look, he's followed her to her house. Okay, I don't even really. It's not very clear what he's accusing her of yet. But flipping her off and cutting her off is what he said, right? That's what we have so far. And
road rage.
Road rage. We've all been there. He's immediately labeled her a Karen. The reality of the world right now is like if you're labeled a Karen, you are now destroyed. You're going to lose your job. It's going to be all over Twitter and social media. You are a racist. The term Karen has now come with consequences, right or wrong, right? Like some of these people I think have deserved the title, Jody. But do we agree that term is now labels a white racist woman?
I wouldn't say racist. I don't see the term Karen as racist. I think just Karen is a person who
White
calls
privilege?
police quick, causes trouble, dismay. But
Okay, fair.
me personally, I don't associate Karen with racist.
Okay, interesting. I mean, I would call it like white privilege is what I would say. Like,
Yeah.
is what it's about. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm making it
White
racist.
privilege for sure.
So it's like he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm more important than you. I'm going to call the cops on you. That's
that.
what I meant by that.
Yeah, okay,
But so it's just important to settle this up because he's hyped up because he's got cut off. I can hear that. She's crazily freaking out here, probably too much to a degree. But I just want to.
She's extra right now.
She's being extra, but I want to like hear her and just saying like if. Apparently the dude was also following her, filming her earlier. So the dude's been filming her, follows her to her house, and now it says, hey, internet, here's her address, here's her license plate. I would freak out at that point too. Let's be honest. Like that would start, and especially if I didn't do anything and I'm like, whoa, what's going on? That would put me on edge and sort of justify, okay, I understand now why she's losing it. Granted, she's losing it too much, but I don't know what her mental state is. I don't know if she's got disabilities. I can't speak for her or call her out on the way she's handling this, just like he is, and making fun of her because I don't know what's going on in her life or what she's doing. But let's make sure that's what's happening. Let's keep playing. Hit and play.
Let me
Karen, you
get
flipped
3.
me
I'm
off.
at 101.
You
One,
cut me
play.
off.
Karen, you flipped me off. You cut me off.
And flipped me off, and now you're playing the victim.
That's where I'm at.
And now you flipped me off, and now you're playing the
And
victim.
would you like to calm down?
Ma'am, would you like to calm down?
Guys, she flipped me off. She literally flipped me off, and then she tried to come home. She's Karen. Karen, would you like to calm down and have a conversation? Why you? Am I attacking her?
Is he attacking her, Jody? Pausing.
That's a good question. No, I don't see. He's not attacking her. No, I think I don't like that choice of words. You're attacking me. And let me say, I'm not trying to make it racial, but when a white woman is on her knees screaming, "Help! Help! Help!" You're attacking me. And the other guy who's on the other end is a black dude. That's a setup for disaster when it comes to the police.
Well, what's interesting is I agree, but I can see the other perspective here of this is a weapon, dude. Right now, this phone can cause more damage than a fist, if we're being honest.
But let's keep it with real world terms. You can't say that's attacking. You're figuratively, yeah. But when you scream attacking in the street because of social media, and someone dies because of it, that's foul.
No. Sure, I'm not trying to compare it to anything. I'm just trying to we're using the word, is it attacking, right? And my point is, if his intent was to call her out for clout on social media and to use his camera as a tool to do that, I could see that as an attack. Is there not a version of that where if he had the intent to lie maliciously and call her out, could that not be a virtual attack?
No, we're removed from the situation. We have been thinking logically. In the heat of this moment, she does not have time to think it that far through. She screamed out attack. And no, that is much more of a physical thing. It's much more of a serious situation when you scream attacking me. No, so
all right.
look,
I'm just trying to make sure we're covering all sides.
I think that she used the wrong choice of words.
I can agree.
I think she meant to say you're going to
you're
expose
harassing
me.
me, maybe, or
harassing me, expose me.
Sure.
You're going to put me out there.
I think that's what
you're
she
going to. I think
Yeah.
she just used the word attack, and that's not the right word to say.
I agree. So we're on the same page.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight
Yeah.
the wrong fight here because it's not. That's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
really the point of it. But I'm just.
Yeah.
He's being aggressive, is what I would say. They're both.
Yeah,
they're both
he's
over
upset.
dramatic.
He's upset.
They're both
Yeah.
being over dramatic. All right, so we're back in
Yeah.
there and making play again.
All right.
You're gonna
Ma'am,
post
I'm not
this.
attacking you.
You're gonna
You
post
flipped
this, is
me
what she's
off,
saying.
and you thought you could get away with it. You didn't think
You
I would
thought you'd
find
get away
you.
with flipping me off. She'll talk to you if she'll stop, as in filming her, and he doesn't stop.
She can apologize for calling me a nigger and flipping me off.
There was.
There was. So that's a minute and 44 seconds. That's the first time it becomes racial. And he says that out loud. He's talked to her now for a minute and a half and never mentioned the race. Never mentioned the racial slur, which to me is the biggest problem here and why you would put this up on blast and everything else. And he only does it to the other person who sort of asks what's going on. That's a weird red flag to me, but let's keep going because we'll come back to that. I paused. I'm still playing. I'm at
trying to talk
146.
to you. My name is Carlos. Would you like to speak to me? This is what we get. Ma'am, why are you sitting here crying? What have I done to you? Ma'am, what have I done to you?
Pause. 202. What have I done to you? What have I done to you? Her reply is, you're going to ruin my life and you don't even know me. Dude, she's got a point. She's got a point. That is what he's doing to her right now. And that is technically what he did to her and is trying to do to her right now. And she's in a fetal position, crying on the floor, saying, "You're going to ruin my life and you don't even know me." And the question to me, the one thing that she did wrong here is the use of the slur, right? That to me is a problem, which we're going to get into because he says he has it. But do we are in the same agreement? Because I want challenge me, man. I want to make sure I'm not wrong on this because I want to make sure we have a real conversation. Do you feel like she has a point?
I think
like
it's
you are
best I
restraining?
just give you a recap of where I am at in my state of mind.
Go for it. Yeah,
up to this point here.
Yep, do it.
Man got road rage. She flipped him off. She probably pressed his buttons, and I've been there. I've been I've had road rage instances in my past, and I've been a victim of road rage in my past. I don't know what it is about driving, but sometimes the wrong gesture at the wrong time with a cutoff moment, that really could piss someone off to the point where something like this could happen. Me, I would never follow nobody home.
Yep.
And that's where it's like, bruh, you're doing extra. Then I hear him, "Oh yeah, you on this, ma'am?" Mm-hmm. He's one of those out there motherfuckers who wants attention. That's the first thing that I know. He seems the type that wants drama and attention. So
I get that
I'm
vibe
looking
too.
at this woman overreacting a little bit. Oh my god. She's kind of switching up in my opinion, because I know this is what I believe. I believe she was real bold in that car with that middle finger, like, "Yo, what's up?" And cut you off, and then hitting the gas. And then when he saw that she pulled up to her house, she was like, "Uh-oh, he didn't go away. Shit just got real." Now at this moment, he sees that she's hysterical, and he's trying to calm it down a little bit and try to, because he sees that she's on the, "Oh my God, don't," and he's trying to make a pivot and like, "Okay, ma'am, what are you talking about?" He's trying to, because he was really much more aggressive when he started and got out that car, and he started to wind it down.
He has winded down.
When he saw she wasn't playing his game. She wasn't going to be the Karen that we all know. "You're not supposed to be here." No, talking back to him. So
he's on defensive now, trying to justify the Karenism.
He's trying to look victimized. It feels that way. It looks that way, and it really happens and resonates with me when he says the N-word.
Yes.
Now that's when things are about to change.
Yes. All right, great. We're on the same page, and I agree. He starts to get defensive, trying to rally the people around him to justify why he is the victim in this, and he's sort of annoyed that he is very, very upset that she is upset, and she's not allowed to be upset in this scenario. Is what's happening here, and that to me is a massive problem because they both are allowed to be upset. So here we go. We're gonna play again. We're at 2:03.
So you can go around the city and flip people off and cut me off. So you didn't flip me off.
Why is he not saying the N-word?
Ma'am, I'm trying to let you talk.
I mean, he doesn't really ever let her talk. We'll see that later. She just wants some.
You cannot sit. She literally.
She never called him the N-word.
She cut me off. I have it on camera.
And then she's, "No, I didn't. No, I didn't." He has it on camera. I've looked. I haven't seen it anywhere.
Away, and then she slammed on her brakes. I have it on my Instagram. And then I got on my car and I was like, "Ma'am, why are you following me?" Why? She literally followed me. So then I followed her back home. And I said, "Ma'am, why are you harassing me?"
Why are you harassing me?
Ma'am, listen.
What is he even complaining about still? It keeps changing.
Can I speak to you? Ma'am, if you didn't do anything wrong, why can't you just have a conversation?
If you didn't do anything wrong, why didn't you have a conversation? Because you came at her hard.
Then why did you flick a black man off, and then when I tried to speak to you? So when I got out of my car,
flick a black man off?
Right. I didn't even see
Not just
you.
any man. Why you flick a black man off? What does that mean?
Exactly. So you know what, ma'am?
Jeez,
So you're so afraid of a camera, but you're flicking black people off. So why are you driving aggressively, flicking people off?
She answers him. He doesn't want to hear it.
So why are we here?
Why are we here?
Why are we here?
That's a good question.
So I spend my day. She literally. I'm finna go home, but she literally.
You got LMAFL in the back.
I'm not even doing anything to her.
You're not doing anything. You followed her home, dude, and you're not leaving.
She is kind of. She's going on.
I'm trying to.
They both are, in my opinion. They're both going off on. They're both.
Yeah.
He should have left, and she should have caught one inside.
I'm gonna walk away.
He's gonna walk away. Notice, but it's 4 minutes and a 14-minute video, so he doesn't walk away.
I'm gonna walk away. But this is not fair for me because now she's playing a victim when she victimized me. She victimized me.
It's not going to help. You're not going to get anything out of it.
You're not going to get anything out of it.
I know.
It's
What's
true.
your name, sir?
Tony.
I'm Carlos. Just kind of let you know what happened.
I understand.
She was.
He's like
driving
trying to get
aggressively.
everybody
She
pause at
pissed me
4:30.
off.
This is important to mention. He's getting the names because he's done this before. He knows what's in. He wants to make sure everybody can be checked and that he can go get them for access. And this whole like, I'm Carlos. I got it on my Instagram. What's your name? He's like getting releases there while he's shooting it, in my opinion. This all feels extremely calculated as it's all going down. And this guy who he calls racist later this white guy just completely defended her. This guy's just trying to de-escalate it. Like, dude, get away. It's like at this point, like my frustration, Jody, is like, and I pause it. I don't know why is he still there? Why do you think he still needs to be there? Do you think he still needs to be there at this point?
Yeah, I think he needs to still be. Yeah, I definitely think he needs to still be there because they're not even having conversation.
But to achieve what? Like, what is he going to achieve by staying there? Is he going to press charges? Is he's waiting for her to say wrong?
In my opinion, if the police should have been called, whether it was by him or her. But I think that if she said the N-word, which I don't think that she did, which we're going to get to a little bit later.
Right.
But I definitely think he should stay there so we can get to what would be the point of all this, Andy, if he just drove away right now and there was no conversation?
Well, you're only adding to what I think is he did this for the clout. He did this for attention.
Well, right. So from an honest standpoint, he should stay, talk to her, figure out what went wrong, why she did what, where he messed up, where she messed up, come to resolution or not, or go further with it with the police. Nothing got resolved if he just drives away. What happened? What was the resolution? Nothing.
Well, right.
Nothing got resolved. I left.
Nothing got resolved for his video that he's trying to go viral. Is what my point is. That's how I see this. Like in the reality, if you're a human being,
that's fine. I'm talking about
if you're a
socially,
human being,
like in
trying
a situation
to
like this,
you're upset. You're trying to resolute. Like what's the point of filming it at this point? She's not a threat. I guess if she said the N-word, you want to catch it, but it seems clear she's not going to do that because I don't think she did it, and she's just sitting there in a ball crying. You're just yelling at her now, trying to get her to talk when she doesn't want to talk. I don't understand what being there does. Because
what if she actually did call him the N-word? Should he leave?
Well, I mean, what does happen if that happens?
No, he should not leave.
No, but would an officer like ticket her? Like, what would happen?
Hate crime, maybe?
Yeah, that's what is that legitimately? Can that be? And I'm asking because I'm ignorant to that. Can you get charged? Does anybody know? Can you get a ticket for saying something like that?
Because allegedly they were talking about, and then the witness came and said, "Yo, she sped through. She hit the brakes on him, cut him off." You could say a lot of stuff
There's
happened.
Moving violations potentially.
Combine that with the N-word. You know, like you could have said that she tried to ram his car, drive him off the road or something.
But then in that case, it feels like he should have just called the police. Then, if that's what he wanted to do.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying.
My point is just standing there arguing with her. I don't see how it's beneficial. Let's keep moving. 432, Jody. So you can hear that. Because some of this.
You saw it.
She whipped around and then followed him back. Yeah.
She whipped around and followed him back.
She started the whole thing.
She started the whole thing. So this lady says.
So I'm going to de-escalate it, but I just wanted to be known that she started this, and then now she's afraid that I came back around.
She's beyond control at this point.
So I'm going to just walk away, but thank you. You said your name was Tony?
Tony, yeah.
I'm Carlos, but this is not acceptable. This is not acceptable.
Well, she's beyond reasonable at this point. We just have to walk away.
Now at that point, it feels like, all right, cool, dude. Check out, get out of there, right? And you get the heck out of there. But
literally.
But he doesn't leave. He just pulls up and gets out again. So as this is happening, I'm just trying to zoom ahead because he gets out, and then he gets out on the side. It keeps talking. He's sort of talking from afar. I'm just zooming out.
This is just disgusting. And
I'm up at 7:30 now. I just zoomed ahead, so we don't have to watch this whole thing. But I'm at 7:30, Jody.
I'm going to stay here until either everyone disperses or the police get called. Because what I'm not going to let happen is like something gets said that didn't perspire. And I know this lady in the green saw it. She was actually down the street, and she walked down. She saw her like brake check me, so she saw the whole thing and flipped me off. So it's not like he's literally rubbing her back.
Because it hurts to see somebody so emotionally distraught like that.
I'm sorry for yelling as the way I did.
Oh no, it's okay. You just didn't know what was going on, but
I felt really like.
But this is what's happening. These three people saw her.
She's telling everybody else but her.
She flicked me off and she called me a nigger, and I followed her home.
And now he says it again.
When I got my phone out, she starts doing the Karen. So and then white men like you come to her defense, really don't know what's going on. But then she's really getting a back rub. But she
Ronan,
called me a nigger, flicked me off and gave
notice-
me a brake check. And I have
So
to
this
sit
is a-
up.
Like in
well,
the back
I'm gonna-
rub. I'm trying to get somebody to come and get her.
She looks like she like broke down into shock. Like she
broke down into
That's
shock.
what they do.
No.
That's
but-
what they
She ran
do.
up on him.
Who
Yeah,
they?
I know.
Did you see
I
it?
saw. I was walking down the block when she. Man, did you see how fast she backed out?
And then, cause she
didn't even show.
I have it on Instagram.
I was like, what the hell? I'm walking down the block.
She literally
I was just
ran up
in an
on me,
apartment over here.
and I stopped my car. She was like, and
No,
I was
you
like,
were
what
pulling
the
up, trying to go
hell?
this way, and
And
she
she
whipped
backed.
around the corner and almost hit you.
I don't know this lady from Adam.
Right. So,
So
all she's
clearly, that's
confirming
when I
is
was
that
like,
the
no, I'm
lady
not
was a bad
having it.
driver and whipped around the
I
corner.
was like, I'm not having it. I whipped
Nothing
my
about
car
being
around,
racist.
And I was like, And then and then she parked here, and I parked, and then that's when you heard.
Classic road
And I was like,
rage.
man, why'd you do that? And then she started, don't call me Karen. I don't understand why I can't just drive, and then
'Cause you
if
called her
there's
Karen.
road rage, or if there's some type of disagreement, ma'am, why did you saw her?
I saw her.
She came up like
You didn't come at her, ma'am.
She had already brake checked me, and she already flicked me off and said, and I was driving away, and she followed me. Did she not?
Sitting over here crying, talking about, do you know how many Black Lives Matter marches I've gone to? I'm like, it doesn't matter if this is how you act when you're by yourself.
She's done. She's racist.
I'll turn this off so she feels comfortable.
I'll turn this off so she feels comfortable. And then look what he does.
Ma'am,
That's
can
how
you
the
stand
world
there?
works.
I
Ma'am,
would like to say
and then he
that-
talks to her
I would
while
like
it's
to
turned
say
off,
that
Jody.
not try to ruin your day.
This is where I really got upset. And then she comes and explains it.
Literally cut me off, flipped me off, correct?
Now, it's important to say, and thank you, I'll get to these comments. We're almost there. It's important to say, like, the only time he's mentioned the N-word was that one time when she was a fart to someone, of course, and then when he's
Are you
across
paused?
the
Did you
street.
pause it?
Yeah, I paused it at 10 minutes. He says it then again when he's across the street and she can't hear it to the other people across what's it called, the bystanders, the witnesses. Then he says it over and over again comfortably, like, oh yeah, that's what happened. And then in order to get her to come over and talk to him, he says, I'll turn the camera off, and then puts it in his pocket and keeps rolling, which to me is really sketchy. It's just like, what are you doing, dude? That even might be illegal. I guess it's a public place, so you technically can, I guess. But Jody, before I keep playing, any point, and now when she actually tries to calmly speak to him, he never once brings up the N-word. Why'd you call me that? Jody, that's weird. Is it just me?
No, it's not just you, man. At this point in the video, this juncture of the it's gonna get a little bit worse for me once we go ahead. But at this moment, I'm starting to look at this dude like he's just a piece of shit. That's exactly how I'm looking at him. Just to give you a little glimpse of where I'm at. It's gonna get worse for me, and I'll ask you to pause it when we get there.
Okay.
It's when she's just down there. She's just crying and just trying to plead with him, and it's just so.
Right.
And she's legitimately. She starts to talk about her humanity. I'm a good person. I want you to hear. Listen, I'm not like this. He don't want to hear it.
And that's
when I'm like, God, my God, I wanted to punch the guy, man.
And to all you in the comments are like, Andy, what are you talking about? She's a nutbag. This woman's crazy and overdramatic.
She's overdramatic.
She's overdramatic, but guys, there's a reason she's upset, because this video just got seen by 7 million people, and they're labeling her racist. They're calling her to go fire her. All this stuff that's happening.
That's not right, man.
That is not right.
That's not what the Black Lives Matter movement is about.
Right,
I am against this 100%.
If that's what this is going to turn into, this is scary, guys.
I'm against this.
This is not okay. And yeah, of course she's upset by it. So now this is where it really turns, and most people aren't playing this part. So if you've made it this far, this is the important part to listen to. So here we go.
I did, but it wasn't. Wait, you won't let me finish. I didn't mean to, because I was trying
What did I do illegally?
Can I?
I had to merge.
Can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
I
you knew me, man. Oh my heart.
I know, but ma'am, you can't just be going around flipping people off.
I didn't know you were. I want to touch you for some reason. I wanted you to do it. I understand that's not. You know, I'm a stranger. Will you please look me in the eyes?
You're not going to be on Instagram. I'm not going.
You're not going to be on Instagram.
I promise.
You're not.
My heart is all about this.
Hold on, pause it. Thank you for the donation there.
Just doing some support tonight. I agree with Jody.
Thank you, David. But I pause at 10:36 because it's important. He just said also, I'm not going to post this on Instagram. I'm not going to cancel you. That's what he just said. Remember that, because that's not what happened. So I'm playing again at 10:36.
Here's the issue.
I know, I did it.
The issue is you flipped me off. You brake checked me, and then when I tried to speak to you,
still doesn't mention the N-word
I
term.
backed up my car and went up the
You didn't back up. You like.
You
be demoned out of there.
Yeah, because
you didn't even shut your door before.
Because I was scared.
But I tried to camera.
Because you had your camera in my face.
What do black men do when the officers come with their guns?
And now it's officers and guns.
We can't speed away.
What's sad is that he felt the need to pull out his phone to make sure that he was protected.
And that's why I did
what
that.
sucks.
Because you were following me. That's why I had my phone out. Correct?
Like, that is simply
Correct.
in a case of a court of law.
You would only know the answer to that.
Him in a court of law,
exactly.
he had a defense.
So it wasn't
but he
to
was
attack.
calling me a Karen the minute he came up in my face. Can I please talk now?
Yeah.
Can I please talk?
Please leave me
Stop, dude.
I want to grab your hand only because I want you somehow to you to
But the thing is,
understand
He won't let her talk.
She started by you.
She's
flipping
pleading
a
to him.
stranger off for no reason.
You cut a stranger
I
off
don't
for
know
no
if you're
reason.
having a bad day,
No,
but ma'am,
I
said I want to grab your hand. I want you to feel
Because
my
of human,
heart.
yeah.
my life
I
going
know,
through this every
I
day.
know,
My life
I
going through this
know.
every
At
day.
this point, bro, I'm mad, bro.
That's not fair.
That's not fair.
Like, freak this
I know
guy,
you
bro.
don't understand this, but will you let me? I'm
Just
sorry.
just spread love and happiness.
Just spread love and
That's all I
happiness.
see.
If you knew me on a daily basis.
Dare
I
to
do
resist
I know,
homophobia and
you're
racism.
judging
Dare to
me.
resist
I
homophobia.
tried to let
So
you know.
this is a learning lesson.
This is a learning
Just be a
lesson.
good person. Don't put
You
people
don't
off.
know me. I wish
I
you
don't.
did.
I don't.
Can
I don't know you. I don't know
explain
you.
My perception.
I don't care.
I don't care.
don't care.
care.
She said,
Because
please
I'm
care.
thinking
I
right
care.
now.
I didn't know.
She said, I care about you.
I do not care.
You flipped me off, and when I tried to have a conversation with you,
Flipped me off when I tried to have a
I didn't mean to.
you went like this.
No.
Did you or did you not do
Can
this?
I please tell my side? And
Can
then
I
you
tell my side?
You can call me a liar.
You can call me a liar.
I'm not here to call you anything.
I'm not here to call you anything.
I want to tell him what happened.
I want to tell you what happened, please.
I am. I'm moving on. She wants to.
I'm moving
No,
out.
I'm sorry. I really am sorry.
It's okay.
Please. Okay, so we were coming around that. I don't know the streets very well, so please forgive me.
I don't know the streets.
Breathe and stop crying.
I'm sorry, my heart is just breaking right now because you don't know how much I love humanity and I've been
So why are you flipping people off?
Please, would you stop throwing that in my face for just a moment?
Exactly.
All right.
Please,
so
please.
my name is Karlos Dillard.
My name is Leah.
Leah.
I like that name.
I apologize that you had a bad day, but I don't have the time to hear your. I don't have time.
I don't have
I
time to
don't
hear you.
understand.
I
I don't have
really
time.
don't.
I don't have time.
You flipped me off.
You flipped me off.
Wait,
That's
I
all
wish
he's
you would
focused
You
on.
flipped me
I'm
off. I
sorry,
don't
I'm
care
not
why the
getting to
reason
tell.
it
I
is.
didn't.
I don't want to hear your white tears.
I don't want to hear your white tears.
Have a good day.
I know.
Have a good day.
You started it.
You started
and then
it.
You tried to cry your way out of
And
it.
then you tried to cry your way out of it.
No, that's not. I swear to God. I swear, man.
Stop
Go to
it off
fucking
your-
hell. If that's in my heart, that was not.
Have a good day, everybody.
My heart hurts. My heart. Have a good day, everybody. And then he's back in the car, and smiling it up. And then getting ready. No, not having this. I have time today. I just got to be careful because I don't want to play this music. He's playing Beyonce. But yeah, he's in the car. He sort of talks and smiles and talks more about it. There he is.
She literally flipped me off.
Repeats
she
himself
cut
again.
Me off. Cut me off in the car, and then flips me off. Says all this shit, and then when I try to get out of my car,
He's
then
changed it like 10
follows me-
times.
Follows me down the street, and then when I got out of my car, which is why you guys saw, I put out my phone, and I was like, Karen, why are you following me? She starts booking it. She said, I'm going home. I'm going the fuck home. I'm going home. I'm going home. I can't even go outside. I'm going the fuck home. This is fucking ridiculous.
I agree with him on that last point. So there you go. We watched the whole thing, and so everyone has the whole. So Jody, go ahead, talk to us. What do you think about the white tears?
I understand. I know what he was doing there, triggering and making it a racial thing. And this, a lot of these movements have come, the Me Too movement, and then it's about women in Hollywood. Then it's about white men suck. Then it's about if you ain't a white woman or a colored woman, then you don't matter. This is not what this is. This is not what these movements are for. These movements are because there's injustice, there's inequality, there's an unbalance, and we're just trying to bring a balance of equality. But a lot of instances, you give an inch, they want to take a mile. The Black Lives Matter movement just wants the balance. Now they're trying to make it in this situation with this piece of shit. He's trying to weaponize it and make it about, no, I have the privilege now because I can cancel you by calling you a racist. She didn't call him the N-word, bruh. He's a lying piece of shit, bro. He made it about race, and he hid behind the Black Lives Matter movement for it. This is exactly why we have a black Lashonda Lynch character and not our classic James Bond. This is not what it's about. It's about equality. Then you got people like this making the Black Lives Matter movement look dumb. Freak this motherfucker, bro. That woman was sitting there trying. He had an opportunity. He came across a white person who objectively, in my opinion, genuinely wanted to be educated and have a discussion. She genuinely wanted to plead to this man to let him know who she is in her heart. It fell on deaf ears. She didn't, over some road rage, bruh. Nah. He's trying to get that clout. He's trying to get that attention. He tried to cancel her. He's making the movement look bad. Instead of him turning this into a cancel thing, which is what he tried to do, he could have made this an education factor where they could have sat up there and talked. They could have used this moment to talk with a simple misunderstanding. I wanted to hear what that white woman had to say. She was like, please, I just want to hold your hand, touch my heart. My husband is black. I don't feel this way. I understand. Please let me talk. Please listen to me. Hear me out. I know you don't have time. I understand. I'm so sorry. And it's just hearing. Let me tell you something, Andy. That is change right there, bro. I am not used to hearing white people talk like that. I am not used to white people pleading with black people to be understood and heard. Let me understand who I am as a human. He didn't even want to hear it. Bro, you missed out on a golden opportunity, and you went beyond it to some form of supremacy here. How am I supposed to see it? Like, you're beneath me because right now I got the wave on my side. Because Black Lives Matter is hot right now. I'm about to break your shit, bruh. And people who are watching, this motherfucker does not represent Black Lives Matter. This fool does not represent equality. This motherfucker is the exact reason why Me Too is looked negatively upon. This motherfucker is the exact reason why people and men, especially, are afraid of the word feminism when it shouldn't strike fear in people's hearts. When they hear Black Lives Matter and white people get scared, it's because of situations like this. Man, freak that piece of shit, bro. Freak him.
No, I want to look, and I'm so glad you facts, man. That was so well said because that's why I was pissed about this because
I'm so mad, bro.
I've lived through that Me Too problem where it's like people are tagging me all the time anytime a woman comes forward and like, hey, well, Andy Signor proved it. They're all liars, and I get frustrated because that's not at all what I was trying to get across, right? But the problem is, she made that movement worse, right? In my instance, she made it so terrible for real victims. And I see now this is the type of instance. We just a couple more of these, and the whole movement we're growing is just gonna fall apart. It's a house of cards is gonna fall down. So guys, this is a serious thing because that's why I want to talk about it. Because there's a lot of terrible things happening, and we got to focus on it. And I don't mean to focus on this woman. A lot of people are going through worse. At the same time, you got to respect what's going on to this woman. This was not fair what happened to her, and worse off, what this guy did is completely a slap in the face to this movement. It's so and to echo Jody, it's like what's so crazy about the clout chasing. This was the fourth person he did this to. This was at a restaurant on 30th. Called me the N-word. Yesterday, police called for peaceful protest, and then again, I just heard this racist Asian lady demand to see my ID and phone to prove that I was Postmates driver when I was picking up her food. Called me an N-word. This Karen called me off, cut me off, brake checked me. That's the one we just saw. So this guy's been doing this for a while. And author and trainer, public speaker, who this guy is. And look, I don't want to cancel this guy either. That's not why I'm calling this out. But we got to be held accountable for our actions. We got to make sure that if you go on that thread, there are so many people who are just buying it hook, line, and sinker. Oh, I'm so sorry for you, Karlos. This is terrible. What a racist person. And that is it's just awful what we're allowing to happen in this society right now. So I'm glad we could speak on this. I agree. I don't know what we do. I don't know what we do next, but we got to make sure. Feel free to
dismiss this motherfucker, bro. Dismiss this. Let that woman live, bro. That was a woman who legitimately wanted to be heard and wanted to understand. She wanted to plead to him, bro. That woman is, man, look, she might have had a road rage incident. Yeah, she was a douchebag for it, I'm sure. But we all are. We all have those moments. That's a human thing. It's not about race. It wasn't about race, and this fool lied on her. We got this black dude lying on a white woman to make her look bad because a Black Lives Matter movement is popping and got him feeling like Hercules. That's not what this movement is about, bro. Shame on this piece of shit, bro. He's out of there. He's out of there for me. disowned. He ain't a part of this.
Yeah.
We need to X fools out like this.
And
bro.
what's frustrating is you got to go through, as we did it, he keeps saying, I got it on tape, I got it on tape. Why didn't he show that part of the tape? If you got this on tape, Karlos, if you got the racist moment on tape, by all means, please tag me, send it to Joni and I. I will absolutely make a course correct in this video, and I'll correct myself. But I'm sorry, man. You had every opportunity to showcase the actual, derogatory part of this, the racist part of this, and you chose to just go on the part where you come at her. And you did. I do think you came at her really hard. Granted, she was crazy about it, but I don't know what her. I can't speak for either of their, state of minds. I'm not going to do that. But everybody's going through stuff right now, and you can't just assume, oh, well, that doesn't matter. If someone's calling you the N-word, then sure, we got to call that out. We got to get rid of that right now. That to me is worthy of exposing. That's not okay to do. But in an instance like this, we can't weaponize cancel culture for clout. That's just where things are going to really going to go into a dangerous place. So I want to make sure we go on this. I see some of your comments. We're going to go through them, but I want to clip this here for the YouTube feed. If you're watching live, stay tuned. We're going to keep talking about this and some other fun topics. But those of you watching on the replay, please clip out what Jody said or share this link if you see this poor woman out there getting hate still.
I feel sorry for her. I feel bad for her.
Let's educate this Twitter mob that's going against her and try to sue, and let's peacefully, civilly try to tell Karlos, hey man, we need more evidence here, or you got to chill down because this isn't cool. You are ruining this person's life.
Karlos, you ain't shit.
And so that's where I want to make sure we do it. But thank you guys for watching here on the replay. We'll be here every time live, 9 p.m. Sometimes nerdy, sometimes cancel culture
You're making
stuff.
us look bad.
But yes, Karlos.
Today.
Karlos, you can do better. This isn't okay.
Do better.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned, subscribe, and the live viewers will be right with you. Thanks, everybody.